What if I told you that there was a model that explains Warren Buffett's biggest stock purchases and why they're successful? It was created by anyone but by the one and only Paul Johnson, who's the adjunct professor and the head of the value investing program in Columbia University. And I was very lucky because I was able to meet Professor Johnson at one of the investing events for the Berkshire Hathaway Annual Conference. We discussed his model, including how it works, how to use it, and why it works, and share with you why this model works and how you can use this to your advantage to make better stock investments. Okay, so as you can see, this is the model that was created and shared to me by Professor Paul Johnson, and the way that it works is very simple. It has all these different financial data right here on the spreadsheet, and it has all these graphs right here that really help you understand the math and what's happening right now with the company. Now, my favorite part is this. You can just simply change the company ticker. So I'm going to change it from Apple to Microsoft. And what's going to happen is that all of the data will automatically update, and this now allows you to see. So in this case, as you can see, this is a potential compounder. All the data updated, the charts updated, and this allows you to see whether a company may be more undervalued or overvalued. But what I want to share with you is how this relates to Warren Buffett's biggest stock buys and how this model reveals what happened in the background. So one of the most famous Warren Buffett stock buys that you've seen in the last few decades has been Apple stock. So if I change this model to Apple right now, you can see that it says no to potential compounder, but the interesting pattern is this. If we go to the graph, there's a whole bunch of different calculations on the background, but the explanation is very simple. The blue part of the graph, this part right here or this part right here, is what the actual true value of the company is. And there's a whole bunch of math that goes involved with you that I can share with you, and I'm going to share it later. But as you can see, right now, most of the stock price is not the blue, but it's the green. And the green, in simple terms, is hype. It's value that is assigned to the company just based on pure hype, not necessarily the fundamentals like the blue is. About this Warren Buffett buy, well, Warren Buffett actually started accumulating shares in Apple stock in 2016. And as you can see right now, this tells you the percentage of the stock value that is actual value versus hype. And guess what? Warren Buffett started to buy the stock when most of the stock value was actually real and not hype. So as you can see, he started buying, accumulating a position between 2015 and 2016 when the value of the company was very high relative to the current stock price. And then slowly this really started to get out of proportion. And then guess what? Warren Buffett started to sell off his position. So as the company value started to be more hype and less fundamentals, he started selling his shares slowly. Now you may be thinking, okay, well, this is the case for Apple stock, but this is probably just a coincidence. But the reality is, if you check Warren Buffett's biggest buys, so another one of his biggest buys was Oxy, you will see that the pattern holds true. So if I change this now to Oxy, all of the data here is refreshing. And then guess what? When Warren Buffett built his biggest position in the company was right here in 2022. And what does 2022 have to do with anything? Well, this is when the company's value, most of the value, in fact, the majority of the value was real value, and the hype value was actually negative. So he bought when the value of the company was real and when there was absolutely, in this case, negative hype. So that is very powerful. And then guess what? Right after the company started to do better and more of the company value was actually hype. So I haven't checked his disclosures to see whether or not he may have sold, but I have a feeling that he might. But the main point is that when he really built his position in 2022, most of the value was real and there was little to no hype. And now to really drive the point, we're gonna change this ticker now to Chevron one, which is another one of Warren Buffett's biggest buys in recent times. All of the data, once again, is going to automatically refresh. And then guess what? As you can see, this is the chart. And for the majority of the time, the company's hype was so high where the actual value of the company was low. But when Warren Buffett decided to build his position was in 2022 and 2023. So guess what? This is the time where the actual value of the company was at its highest relative to the hype. And so that's another reason why these investments were all very profitable. Now, I don't want to get too technical because if you want the detailed explanation of the math behind this model, you can check out Professor Paul Johnson's lectures, which are also available on YouTube for free. But the way that this works is simple. So first we have the earnings power value, and this is the value that you can see on the graph as blue. The way that this is calculated is by taking the net operating profit after tax. So this is the after tax profit of the company. And then you take a discount rate, which is essentially the return that you want to earn on the stock to calculate the present value of the company. So you're able to calculate that. And then what you do is compare this value versus the current enterprise value or the current priced value of the company right now based on the stock price. And that is what allows you to see the difference between the real value versus the hype. If you want to see the calculation, don't worry, I'm going to give you the spreadsheet for absolutely free so you can really geek out into each of the different components. But as you can see, there's different components, include the invested capital, the ROIC analysis, the different components of the valuation. Here, this is where we calculated the NOPAT or the net operating profit after tax that I mentioned. And you can see all of the different items that go into this. And then you can see the cost of capital number that is being used in this number. All of this information can be modified as well. So if you change the numbers, you will get a different number. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the link to download this spreadsheet in the comments of this video so you can download it for free. The only thing to note is that all this data, in order to keep it dynamic, is using formulas for Wisesheets. So you can use it for free without any issues. But if you want the data to stay fresh and to stay dynamic, I recommend that you create an account on Wisesheets. This will give you access to the add-in that you can see right now, which powers all these different formulas and all this different data that you can see right now. And that's what allows you to change the company ticker and get all of the data automatically updated. But if you don't want that, you can just simply enter the amount yourself, and all of the calculations and the graphs and everything you will have access to. If you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.